Hello everyone, I'm Anthropomantic Fiend, and I usually do horror-related things on the internet, but today I'm doing music, specifically metal, and you would think that that's usually going to be pretty horror-related, but nope, today it's unicorns. Sorta. The album I'm talking about is Alia Tempora's new album, Dragonfly Effect, and they are a sort of symphonic metal band. They don't really have a big orchestral element to their music, but they're a melodic metal band with influence from bands like Nightwish and Within Temptation, Epica, and Amaranth. And I think they lean on the Amaranth side of things more than anything because they've got that sort of electronic poppy element to their music. So I think this album is designed to push away metal elitists. Anyone who is only about the truest, darkest, and grimmest of metal is going to despise this album, but I liked it. They're from the Czech Republic. Doesn't really have much of a bearing on their style, though. And I'll tell you the special thing about this album at the end of my review. They've got this sort of integration of like melodic heavy metal with some growling thrown in with like dubstep and pop influence, which is not my thing at all, but the way they do it, the same thing with Amaranth, I somehow really like it. I'm gonna go through this thing track by track now. So track 1 is Dragonfly Effect, and it has this very nice build to the heavy part. It just sort of starts with this airy synthesizer lead, which is very pretty, and then it just sort of builds and builds more and more synths, and then the guitar cuts in, and it's got this really nice sort of headbanging groove, but with synths layered over it, and that synth lead at the very beginning carries through a lot of the rest of the song and just sounds really nice. The chorus is awesome. I don't know what Raptorize means, but I don't care per se. I actually do want to dig more into the lyrics on this album because there is sort of a really nice message of overcoming that carries through all the songs, but there's also just some lyrics that I don't understand. But yeah, I don't care. The chorus is growls and melodic singing together, and it's just, I don't even know what to say. It's just really, really catchy. And there's this one riff that's used in the song that only comes up twice. They play it once, and then it stops, and then they play it once again at the end of the song, and I really liked it. I was just like, ooh, there's a really heavy part here. And then it was over. And so that was kind of disappointing. I wanted more of that. There's also a sort of section with Marky, the lead singer's voice being, the pitch being altered digitally, just sort of going up and down. They do that on a couple songs on this album, and it didn't really work for me. I'm going to take this jacket off because it's hot in here. And then there's another synth lead and an instrumental part later in the song that was really fun. I liked that part. So yeah, that's the first track. The second track is Bark on Me. This one was decent. Verses and main riff were alright. Again, they're from the Czech Republic. Their first language is not English, but you know, whatever. But still, the word dingy is used in the verses, and Marky pronounces it as dingy, and it was, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but it didn't bother me. And the chorus has a very dancey feel to it. There's a little sort of noisy, dubsteppy sound synth thing before each chorus that was fun. All the songs are just sort of catchy and fun. Then you've got the breakdown, and the breakdown is my favorite part. It is just in the middle of this sort of dancey pop metal song. You've got this ferocious sounding breakdown with growls over it, and I really wish that section was longer because I loved that. I kind of wish Alia Tempora would push a little bit more of their heavy side. Overall, I love the sound that they've established, but I kind of want more sort of balance of the ferociousness and the poppiness, and to just sort of have those two together, but still, in a way, just sort of withholding the heavy parts from you and making you wait for them is also kind of cool. And there's a little barking sound effect in the background of this song, which was, I didn't actually notice until I listened to it a few minutes ago before doing this, so that was kind of fun. The next song is Black and White. This song was not super memorable. It was okay. It had a nice little sort of sad piano lead, so a very melancholic sounding piano lead, but and a really nice guitar solo. Actually, the only guitar solo on the album, I think. I wish there were more of those, too. That one just didn't stick out to me at all. The next song is Asking, which has a really nice groove to it with this sort of ethereal melodic feeling over top of that. The chorus is really, really good, and you've got this guest singer. I'm forgetting his name, but he's got a really nice deeper voice. When the growls kick in, that feels really, really good. There's especially a part after the first chorus, which has the lyric "Fall in love with devil" in it, and on devil he comes in with the growl and it goes into a heavy section, and that just feels amazing every single time. I really like that part. That one's really, really good. Not my favorite song on the album, but a good song. Next song is Humanity, and this one's kind of in the same camp with Black and White. It's just not especially memorable, maybe just a little bit more memorable than Black and White, actually, but there's sort of this cool groove to the vocals, actually. The vocal line has this weird, atypical groove to it that I liked, and this song is definitely the most doom and gloom sad sounding song on the album, which is followed by Ready Hun, which is the exact opposite. This song is just super up tempo, and it's got this piano lead at the very beginning that sort of almost reminded me of Blutengel, the German gothic industrial pop, whatever, I don't even know what their genre is, band. I feel like no one who listens to this music is going to have any idea what I'm talking about right now, but it reminded me of the intro to one of their songs in a way. And this one's just really good at building and building up energy and starting a little bit softer and just kicking up the energy as it goes. There's a nice use of sort of slap bass in this song, and it's just a really bouncy sounding song with some crazy synthesizer work in the instrumental section. They don't actually have a synth player, so all of this is going to be a backing track when they play live and sort of added after in production, but I don't have a problem with that. That's what I think Amaranth does. That's what Winter Sun does. They've got all of these layers of synths on all of the songs that are a lot of fun. But yeah, that's that song. That one's fun. And then there's Hall of Fame, and Hall is H-A-U-L of Fame. It starts with a growl section that was cool. That section doesn't really come back again. The chorus is poppy almost to the point of being a little bit silly, but it's fun, so I didn't care. And there's, following the chorus, there's like a rap section. Well, she's singing it, but then she's like speaking it underneath, almost rapping it, and don't know how I feel about that, but it still gets stuck in my head, so you've done your job. This one has another really nice breakdown in it, and a nice heavy ending to it. This one's followed by another one of my favorite tracks on the album, which is Get Well Soon, and this one stands out from every other track on the album because it's really, really fast. Every other song kind of has this mid-tempo groove to it, but this one just kicks in with this sort of Iron Maiden power metal on speed gallop to it, albeit with a bunch of synths layered over it, but still, it's a speed metal song. And there's some more sort of funk slap bass integrated into it that's nice. This song is just pure adrenaline, and I don't know what else to say. It's just double bass, insane speed through the whole song, and super catchy. There was a weird voice modulation thing and a spoken word thing at the end that was kind of weird, but they didn't bother me too much. And then there's another crazy breakdown that I really liked that I wished was longer, a lot like in, was it Dragonfly Effect at the beginning? No, it was Bark on Me. Yeah, this one is another sort of ferocious breakdown. I think the Bark on Me breakdown is still my favorite, but yes, another awesome breakdown. And then you've got Loser Like Me, which I was sort of saying is my favorite song on the album, but I don't know anymore. It was one of the first singles I heard, so instantly clicked with me for that reason when I bought the album, because I already kind of knew the lyrics. So just a really solid little song that has a lot of back and forth between the melodic and the growling. Very infectious, and I like it. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to talk about with the songs on this album, but I'm definitely recommending it. And then there's the final song on the album, with the exception of the bonus tracks, which is Crossroads. And this is the reason. This is what I was talking about earlier when I said there was a special thing related to this album, because I'm on this album. You probably can't tell it's me, because I'm buried under like 100 other people, but my name is in there somewhere. I'm part of the Army of Unicorns. I sort of didn't explain the unicorn thing at the beginning, but their vocalist really likes unicorns, so they're a unicorn metal band. That is how they've described themselves. And yeah, you'll just see a lot of unicorn imagery throughout their stuff. There I am, right there. That's me. That song has sort of this very nice use of piano at the beginning, and then there's some spoken word added in that's kind of awkward, but then there's another section with all of these vocal parts layered over one another that I thought was really cool. And during the first chorus, which is sort of supposed to feel very laid back, the drums are still kind of doing these little drum rolls in the background, and I don't think it needed that, but was okay. And then there's another breakdown in the middle, which I loved. I really liked the breakdown. Again, Bark on Me, still best breakdown, but another really nice heavy breakdown in this one with a little bit more sort of slap bass integrated into it. The final chorus comes, and that's where I come in, and there's just this swelling chorus of a bunch of different fans who sent in their vocals, because when they recorded this, they let a bunch of people send in their vocals to sing on the final chorus on this. Yeah, I really like the chorus section, but I don't think it's really fair for me to judge that, because it's me. Then there's 2 bonus tracks. One of them is a version of Asking, which is in Spanish, which the song sounds beautiful in Spanish, but the growls are no longer there, which kind of made me sad, but it was still good. And then there's a instrumental piano version of Crossroads, which was, of course, beautiful. And yeah, that is Dragonfly Effect. I definitely recommend this album if you like interesting integration of other genres into your metal, but if you are a purist, you will despise this album, and so avoid it like the plague if that's the case. Thank you for coming over here to my channel. I don't usually do videos about stuff like this. It's probably going to be a bunch of horror movie reviews, so if that's not your thing, I don't recommend my other videos, but if that is your thing, absolutely stay, and I will hopefully see you in another video. Thank you for watching this one. Bye.